It's another illustrious day and time on the TLC podcast. It's been about a week. Sorry, I got kidney surgery. That happens from time to time, but
Wait,
we
you
are
what?
live. I got
What?
kidney surgery.
You didn't tell us that.
Yeah, I traded my kidney in for some money.
No. What the fuck? What?
Anyways, why would you believe that? I wouldn't be here right now.
Because God only knows you'd be dumb enough to do something like that.
I mean, 10 grand is 10 grand. You survive on one kidney. Anyways, before we go off the rails right away, we got the golden one, the chosen one, the man with the hand on his face. Now he's looking up. He's putting it up. He's moving it. Ponyboy. Let's get a smile, Ponyboy. Give us the model smile.
I'm not giving you shit right now because
It's Tommy.
That's horrible.
Time, and I'm your host, Tommy Gunns, and I am your TLC champion. Are y'all just talking turns on who won't show up? Yeah. Well, at least we're here.
I just don't have any words for you right now. I'm not am I mad that I fell for it? Yeah, sure. But knowing you would probably sell something for 10 grand.
Yeah. 10 grand is 10 grand. Oh man, right. Where do we want to start?
I know what. Let's just okay. Which match are you most excited about for the main event? Let's go into that right now, because we got a couple bangers lined up for Saturday night main event, and it is a pretty stacked card.
Let me look up the card real quick. I know the one I'm excited about, but I want to compare as we go on.
Well, you got R-Truth and Cena.
Mm-hmm.
You have CM Punk, Sami Zayn versus Rollins and Breaker.
Mm-hmm.
You have Uso versus Paul. I thought there was another one.
John Cena, CM Punk. Potential surprises. That's about steel cage match. Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre.
Yes, that was the other one. That's gonna be like the ending of their feud. It's ran its course.
The one I'm most excited for, and it's gonna be weird because there's the obvious one, but I'm more excited for Jey Uso versus Logan Paul because I want to see how they develop the storyline into Gunter. I could see them putting it on, Logan. I don't want them to.
If they put it on Logan, no. If they put it on Logan, it will be the dumbest thing they can do next to having Undertaker lose the streak to Brock Lesnar.
I just saying.
The problem is you're not going to end one of the greatest title reigns at WrestleMania. You're not gonna basically give up on your hottest draw right now to give it to a part-timer. Paul ain't moving no merch. Paul ain't doing nothing.
I'm saying Jey Uso's a merch mover.
Exactly. So in what world does it make sense that you're gonna put the title on Jey at Mania, knowing it's a better match with him and Gunter? Again, I think it's a match filler.
The thing is I'm not saying I want Logan Paul to win. I could see him being a switch champion, a short-term champion to feed to Gunter and also put him in that main event picture. Because hold on. It'd be a short reign, and then they get the title back on Gunter, which they want. And I don't think Jey should be chasing anymore, but I think you need to make more people involved with this world heavyweight picture, and I think this is a good way to just like open that up. And then secondly, it's just so many grudge matches at once. Like 4 months ago, we were watching him go over the Intercontinental Champion. Like 2 months ago, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like this last one needs to have a big build up and not just waste it on Money in the Bank or some Saudi show.
But you
which
would
they'll
rather
probably
them
end up
waste
doing.
it on Logan Paul.
For like a short, like shock thing.
No.
But I don't know. Like, I'm not saying I want it because Jay is hot. Jay is a merch mover. We're done. Like out of all wrestlers, we don't want to see this do anymore. I'm done seeing Jay chase the title. I'm glad he has the title. It's about goddamn time.
You have to look at it as a perspective of what's better, because and you said like introduce more guys to the title reign or race.
Mm-hmm.
You have Paul, you have Rollins, you have Gunther, you have Punk.
They're just so involved in other feuds right now, though. It's really obnoxious.
They've all, but see, they can be in other feuds. Hold on now, hold on. They could be involved in other storylines, but you know from previous promos and statements that their main objective is the world heavyweight title.
Yeah,
they're still in the race for it. They're just not gunning for it right now.
It's just in a month from now, like Gunther's going to have his rematch, right? I don't want to see him and Jay right now. I'd rather see Jay versus Drew, Jay versus CM Punk, even Jay versus Seth. I'm just kind of
you have to give it to
right
Gunther
now
because he has his rematch clause. And here's the thing.
Oh, I know. It's just
this is where you start. This is where you start to see Gunther slide down. You're going to slide down the rabbit hole because I've said it the past couple weeks. The only thing you have seen out of Gunther is a trajectory up, 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 up. You've never seen him start hitting that slope. Now, well, okay, ask your question.
I disagree with you mildly. I think
how can you disagree with me?
Hold on. Damn it. This is how. They got to make him look strong for this maybe match with Goldberg. They can't make him look weak going up against Goldberg. I think Goldberg wins, and then we have that, the lull and fall, as we call it, and all that kind of stuff. And then you have Gunther go through a losing streak all the way to WrestleMania, because I just think a losing streak before this maybe match with Goldberg, making him look weak, wouldn't make him, you know what I mean? Like, he could lose the title match in a month. He could lose the title match in a month, but I'm saying, like, what they're doing in Raw, feeding him people, and he's winning. They can keep doing that.
He hasn't had a match. What, he had a match? He had a match with McAfee. That was a filler match.
Exactly. That's a filler match. Like, that's what I was going at.
Here's the problem. Here's where
busy. Like, he's going against Tozawa next week. No, that's Rusev. Sorry.
You need to get your guys straight. Here's the problem. Gunther doesn't need to win matches or whatever. Gunther has been on a trajectory of wins. This is where you start seeing the losses. You don't need to put a title on him. You should not put a title on him. Mm-hmm. Exactly. So having him win get the title against Jay, no. Let Jay run with the title.
I think Gunther needs feeder matches, though, is what I'm trying to say.
No, he doesn't.
He should lose the title, but if they're going to do that Goldberg thing, and Joseph, I've seen your thing, and it's been rumored for months now, because Goldberg's got a final match. It's been rumored for quite some time. I'm not saying it's happening. I'm saying if he goes against Goldberg, he needs to look a little stronger. He doesn't need a full downfall yet. And I think it would make more sense for him to lose to Goldberg pretty epically. Not even a 10-minute match. Remember the Brock Lesnar Goldberg match? It was like 5 minutes. That was amazing. Do something like that and make Gunther look weak and then fall down the card. He loses his confidence. He doesn't know what he's doing. I'm not saying have him win against Jay. I'm not saying have him win all the time. But if they're going to do the Goldberg thing, they got to make him look a little stronger, because then you're going to have Braun Strowman. You're going to have a Braun Strowman situation where, he looks impeding and he looks like he can kick your ass, but he loses more matches than he has won. And then they throw you into a title picture because your best friend is a fucking
I
Champ.
think here's the problem. You can't have two feeder storylines going on at one time.
Yeah, but Goldberg is going to have
No,
one match
stop.
versus. Mm-hmm.
This is where you need to listen.
Okay.
You have Rusev doing the feeder build-up storyline right now. That's off the table. You have Gunther come out and show that, like, the ass whooping he gave McAfee and whatever. You don't need to have Gunther start doing more matches. After the Logan Paul Jay match, Gunther will come out and just demolish anybody who's standing. Because the problem you're going to have is if you want the Goldberg and Gunther storyline, you cannot have him dive back into the title race. Because then you're going to want two different things. No. Gunther doesn't have to wrestle anymore. Gunther can do like his little cheap shots. He can do his little backstab moves. And that's going to get people.
He's a good wrestler. Stop now. Stop now. We know he's a good wrestler.
I don't think he's
him way too much.
Who?
Gunther. There's a reason why they put the belt on him. He's a good wrestler. He didn't even have a finishing move up until recently when he started doing the power bomb because they were making him look so dominant.
You're an idiot. That was his move in NXT.
Stop calling me an idiot.
It was in NXT.
He was dominant there. He was dominant on. You're saying he can't wrestle. You're literally saying he can't wrestle.
I don't think he's the top tier wrestler they have. They needed to put a heel in that line.
Why not Drew McIntyre?
Because Drew McIntyre's on SmackDown.
He's been battling CM Punk, who's on Raw.
No, he hasn't.
Damian Priest is on Raw, isn't he?
No.
And they haven't had the draft yet.
I love you.
Yeah, but they haven't had the draft technically yet.
It doesn't matter. They can go to wherever they need it to.
That's exactly it.
But they're not going to. That McIntyre CM Punk feud has been done for months.
Yeah.
They're not going to go back and redo it.
But you're seeing them go to Raw and SmackDown still.
No, they're not. They've been on SmackDown since before WrestleMania.
Drew?
Yes.
It's not a set thing right now is the thing. You can't see them come over.
Yes. They're in their storylines on SmackDown. You're not going to keep crossing people in and out of storylines. It's not happening.
You're not.
Gunther doesn't need it.
I'm saying Jay and Gunther on Raw, but Seth Rollins has shown up on SmackDown just to be like, haha, fuck you. And then
Seth Rollins only showed up after Mania.
I'm just saying they do it still until the draft is happening.
It's not going to happen. You're looking at your main rosters right now.
I think what they're going to do is feel it out, though, to see who goes on Raw and SmackDown. You got your set core ones like CM Punk and all that kind of stuff. But then you got someone like Tozawa without an Otis who could.
Tozawa's going to be released.
Yeah, probably. But I'm just using it as an example. You could trade him or get a good feel in the SmackDown thing while we're on this randomness right now, like a character like that.
The storylines you have right now are the storylines you're going to be given. Gunther, I don't think Gunther's the best thing they have. I really don't. Unfortunately, they really didn't have anybody to go against him, so that was their mule. But even when he was champion, he wasn't the guy.
He wasn't supposed to be, though. He's a heel.
Tom,
that's what pisses you off is what I'm saying.
He was the world heavyweight champion. He's supposed to be the guy. Let me break it down to you. When you saw Seth Rollins with the world heavyweight title, he was the guy. He was the one delivering matches at the ones you wanted to watch. Then when Priest had it, Priest was the guy. To the point where
about two faces.
No. I'm talking about talent-wise at this point. Because any person who's ever had the world title, you are the guy. I'm sorry. When Rusev had the world title, he wasn't the guy. You had Rollins outperforming him. You had Jay outperforming him. You had Punk outperforming. Everybody up until Gunther, who had that world title, were being talked about. Gunther He didn't do nothing.
He
He
did his
hardly
job.
wrestled.
He did his
No,
job. He did his
his
job.
job
He was a
is
good
to make
heel.
that title relevant. And he didn't.
Okay, listen. Now you go. I think that he did his job properly. He made people hate him. He barely wrestled. It's not making him the guy. It's more so doing your job that makes you the guy. Seth Rollins, Damian Saint, they were both like faces. They played to the crowd. Gunther was still doing his job. He wasn't for the crowd and all that kind of stuff. That makes him the guy, in my opinion, because he's doing his damn job and he's doing it right. He wants the crowd to hate him. He wants you to feel like you do about him right now. You cannot say that in a way he is not a focus or the guy because he's doing his job. You need a heel champion. You need to hate somebody. You need to like have that. Like you can't just always cheer. Like that's what I'm saying.
I'll say this.
Mm-hmm.
You got more heat on Dom. The type of heat that Gunther should have
He
had
should be champion in our opinion.
Well,
you
listen,
know that.
the thing is this. Gunther wasn't doing his job by getting heat. He wasn't even there. He wasn't even wrestling. So he was a belt.
You get pissed off. It's like a Brock Lesnar thing.
But again, what I'm getting at with you is he's not the guy. So I'll sit there and say he's not that good of a wrestler because if he was, he would have had better matches or he would have had more matches. He wouldn't be sitting in the back holding the title, doing a promo, letting guys like Dominic Mysterio outshine him. He would actually be doing his job of being the guy.
I think a Dominic Mysterio thing's more of an organic getting over. And
he should be in the. Get what I'm saying, though.
Yeah, I do. But, comparatively, he should be in the fucking heavy with all the heat he's got and all that kind of stuff.
I'm not saying that. Maybe I'm not explaining it right.
No, you
Gunther
are. I'm
should
just saying
be out there wrestling every night. He was not. He is not the guy. He never was the guy. He was just a guy that they could go, wonder what? Nah, let's put the belt on him as a placement holder right now. We're just gonna let it go. That was it.
You know what I do want to see though? That would be a good either or has the champion. I want to see that Rusev and Gunther match. And I think it would only make it.
I'm so tired of Gunther. Gunther's not that good.
I just like 2 foreign heels going against each other.
No, like legitimately, Gunther's not that good. He has like a 4 or 5 move set. He's wonky in the ring. He's actually starting to gain weight again, which is affecting his in-ring performance. You can go back and watch it. Like literally, Gunther is not the answer anymore. He's not.
I just want to see a big boy match. 2 big men slapping.
Well, you know what? I don't even. You want to see 2 big guys going at it? I would rather see Rusev and Breaker go at it.
Yeah, I was literally just going to say that.
You have some athleticism, but with Gunther, you're not. I'm sorry. Gunther is the least athletic out of all the big guys they have, and it's fucking shameful. Omos, I swear to God,
it's not a comparison.
He's gone. We're not even going to speak about that anymore.
He's like still there. I don't know why they don't release him. To be honest with you, I'm an Omos fan. I don't know why they don't release him.
You have shitty taste in wrestlers. That's sometimes what it is. I think.
Yeah, but I just like fucking. I don't even.
But again, you don't need Rusev. You need to have Rusev, not Rusev, but Gunther start hitting that slope. And right now, you need to start it going on a losing streak because then, if you want to, you can start building them up at the Rumble.
You know what I think could happen with this match that would make all parties happy is Gunther interferes and they make it a triple threat.
No.
And then
Logan Paul does not have any reason to be in the championship title picture at all.
Oh no. It's just to get fucking internet fucking clout. That's all it is.
I don't see the point of it. Like, honestly.
Well, you know why I know it's internet clout is because I work with a bunch of kids, right? They have only seen Logan Paul's highlights on fucking wrestling. And I have this kid that I work with the other day and he's like, I heard he's going for the title. I might actually watch that. I don't like him, but it's just a way to get eyes on the product. Logan Paul does not need to sniff around that.
Logan Paul is extremely athletic. We've all said this, yes.
He's good. Yeah.
He does not deserve any talk in any title picture right now.
He doesn't need it. He doesn't work as many like the U.S. title run. I will give him credit. He was playing the Brock Lesnar thing and leaning into it pretty good. But he doesn't need a big champion like that. He doesn't need the heavyweight. You know.
Again, you have to stop living in what they've already done. They want to go in this new direction. And again, no need for Gunther right now. No need for Paul. You know, at
He's
this
gonna go
point,
away here soon, though. He always leaves for the summer.
You're who?
Paul. He usually disappears until like a couple weeks before SummerSlam.
Here's the thing. You have it to where your rosters are basically set. You might see some changes when the draft comes about, but the rosters you have are what you're going to get. That's what they want. Now, again, as far as it goes with Jay with the title, you're going to let him carry it through to SummerSlam.
Yeah.
You're not going to take it off him because at this point he may not ever get it back, and that's a good title run. You don't need a long one. You just need a relevant one. Yeah. If they're going to put it on somebody, it would probably be Rollins. And then you can get the feud with Punk.
Yeah, because you got the whole faction going right now.
Yes.
And then you could do the Batista thing. Like, let's say that fucking Seth Rollins wins against Punk, right? Then you get that whole Batista storyline with Braun Breaker where it's just like, oh, you have a shot, but, you know, like, are you going to take it? That's how Braun Breaker breaks out. And hopefully
that'll be down. You're talking months, maybe even a year.
Yeah, probably a year.
Again, and the problem is you've seen this all done before. Going back to the watering hole.
Is this stable to you? Like, just keep it on the topic that you're going to go into. This is like a new age evolution, pretty much.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Paul Heyman's not a wrestler like Ric Flair, and that's fine. Don't get me wrong, but like, do you think they might bring someone else in?
Yeah, he takes the role of Ric Flair, and you know, you could put another guy in that faction. Me personally, I think they should put a female in that faction, like we discussed 2 weeks ago, to make it different and to make it stand out. But at this point, it's already starting to get stale to me because you've already seen it.
I think we could trust in Rollins and Paul's, because Braun's still new. You know, I think we could trust in their creative vision to where it will be different eventually. I think they're just laying the foundation.
I think it'll be different in certain aspects, but unfortunately, it's going to be new to the people that don't remember Evolution. For those of us who remember Evolution, we're going to sit there and we're going to nitpick. And I can admit I'm going to do it myself.
That's wrestling fans who've been watching a while, though. We nitpicky bitches.
We do. We do. So I think that hopefully they keep the title on Jay. If Gunther interferes, I can see it at the end of the match. But again, I don't think that Gunther is the guy that they need to hold the title right now. It's not. You did it.
I don't believe the title thing, but they do the Goldberg match. If they don't, then yeah, let him slide downhill. I'm fine with that.
You don't need to have him do that. You can just have him come out and just cheap shot everybody. Say there's nobody in that back room that can stop me, and that's when you got Goldberg's music to hit. You don't need to have a big storyline finish. You just need to have that little crack to get it.
Do you think they're gonna do the Gunther one, or it would be an interesting one if they do like a Cena?
No,
Cena's just one of those 5-minute squash. I mean, I never thought I was going to see R-Truth versus Cena.
I think that's just for truth. I think that's just a gimme for truth.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He's not gonna win.
Hasn't he won most of his matches up to this point though, which makes it kind of funny.
I don't think so. I think
How long do you
they're
think the
doing
match is gonna go?
5-10 minutes, maybe 10-15.
Just wonder if it'll be. I feel like Truth will carry it.
See, here's the
slow
thing.
down.
Yeah, so is Truth. Truth's old too.
Oh, I know, but Truth is entertaining. He doesn't have to be flashy because Truth can fart and make a funny comment, and we're all going to be rolling.
Well, so don't forget, Cena can still do what he's known for. Like,
yeah,
he can play the mind games to get, you know what I mean? Anything's possible at that point in the game.
I just know there's going to be a spot where we're going to think our Truth is going to win. He's not, obviously, but there's going to be that whole like, oh my God. And then Cena's just.
You want to know what? If he were to win, it would be an interesting thing. But again, I think this is just John Cena's way of saying, hey, listen, the fans want to see it. Our Truth's my guy.
Yeah.
Our Truth does everything. So let's just have a fun match. And you want to know what? That's pretty much expected out of Cena with a lot of these matches. Like, he's going to pick and choose which one he wants and which one's going to feel right to him.
And I like the randomness too. Like, Orton wasn't that random.
No.
And our Truth ain't like super random, but I never thought I'd see him fight Cena on his retirement tour. That's for sure.
No.
Like,
no. And again, there's some surprises.
Mm-hmm. Is he going to be on every pay-per-view?
I don't know. I don't necessarily know. Like, again, he has openly said his dates are predetermined, but as far as he's going to defend them on every pay-per-view, I don't know.
Yeah, because I don't think they should do title matches. Well, no, they should do the lower card title matches at Money in the Bank, but they shouldn't have like the big titles, Well,
you have
unless
to because
you're cashing. Yeah.
You have to always have at least one big title match at Money in the Bank, just in case it flows with the storyline.
Yeah, in case somebody cashes in or something like that.
I don't necessarily know. Like, I want Karrion Kross to win it. I want him to get a qualifying match. But okay, let's get back into the what's up?
Which one are we on? Do you want to go into more?
I mean, the Drew McIntyre Priest cage match. I wish I could say I was more excited for that one, but again, the feud has gone on almost too long to where it's you've seen it. It's kind of like back in the day you would see, Kevin Owens versus Roman so many times, and then you just
Shawn
know
versus Undertaker, and it always ends in a cell. Like, yeah.
Again, what's up?
No, sorry.
I think that, to be fair, Priest is going to win that one just because. And then they're gonna have to figure out something else. I think, push one of them for the title, push one of them for the United States title. Then that's gonna have to happen.
Do you think they're going to end all these like grudge matches with like some kind of cage match? We've seen it with Rollins and Punk. We've seen it with Rollins and Cody. We've seen it with this upcoming match.
No. You're wrong.
Can we see Drew and CM Punk in a cage too?
But see, here's the problem. This is where you're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
When it came to Punk and McIntyre, it was at First Blood. And they paid homage to the original First Blood pay-per-view with a Hell in a Cell.
Mm-hmm.
When it came to Cody and Rollins, that was at the pay-per-view Hell in a Cell.
Well, that's what I'm saying, a cell-like structure. Like,
I don't think that. I think it's just kind of how they finish it.
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to keep seeing them. You're not going to see them with Rollins and Punk or, Rollins or Jay. It's just, you don't always need the gimmicky matches. You don't.
No.
And Rollins has openly said he doesn't want to do any more of those types of matches. He ain't gonna.
No,
You know,
he can't go that much anymore.
no.
He ain't Mick Foley. I mean, look what happened
Well,
to Kevin Owens.
well, Kevin Owens fucked his neck up from that ladder spot with Cody, so that wasn't even a cage match. It was, you know. And to be
Yeah.
fair, Kevin also openly said that he was having issues before that match.
Mm-hmm. I
So
was just gonna say that.
let's,
Yeah.
you know, you kind of got to be careful how you word. Well, he got hurt. No. But again, you look at like, you know, it's a valid question. All these like feuds end in like a Hell in a Cell. I don't think they're. It's Saturday Night main event. You need to have some sort of a gimmicky match just because it's Saturday Night main event.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you look at the past couple they've always had one gimmicky old school style match for the main event card.
And I just don't want him to wear off the sheen. Like, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes I'm okay with just all like single matches. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but again, you look at Saturday Night main event. It's a flash in the pan. It's not every month. It's every like 2 or 3 months. Let them duke it out.
And it's on NBC. So I mean, like, yeah.
And again, and you're gonna have at least one gimmicky match to draw people in because it's on NBC. Now, granted, you can go on like Peacock or Paramount. Sometimes they have the NBC shows or whatever. But again, you need something to adrift everybody from Netflix to NBC.
Get like eyes on the product more so on a wider scale. You know, so then they want to buy those Netflix subscriptions and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I guess I get it. Remember when they used to put WrestleMania on NBC? Like a couple months afterwards, they used to play it on NBC.
Yep, they would do it. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, again, and you look at it, just if they don't have anything to air or whatever, they're gonna put something on and get people to watch.
Yeah, exactly, and it's a moneymaker on all sides. So,
all right, what are the next couple matches for the Saturday Night main event? We talked about
the last
Cena.
one, the tag grudge match with CM Punk and Sami Zayn versus Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker.
Again, I'm getting tired of these guys all feuding. You know,
again, I don't care. Like, grudge tag team match.
If you're gonna do it, let them beat the hell out of each other. Let them have a good match, and then call it a night. That's essentially what it's gonna be.
Do you think this is kind of their weird way of putting Sami Zayn as a face into the world heavyweight picture? Because we've seen it before with like Daniel Bryan. He's on a tag team for a while. He gets to do single matches for a while. He has grudges with people revolving it.
I think Sami has always been in the main title picture conversation.
He just hasn't got the push, is what I'm, you know.
Yeah. Or you know, I think the tag match is probably the most boring, underwhelming match on the card. Yeah, well, I agree with that.
Yeah, I think the steel cage is going to be the show stealer.
You want to know what? I think I'm gonna go with the John Cena R-Truth match. But anyway, I think that, you know, with Sami, there's always that question of, is he healthy? Is he gonna, you know, play ball? Is he going to be able to fit in the storyline wise? And again, whenever you're the main champ, you have to be able to push merchandise. Okay?
Do you think Sami could be that guy though? He's not selling, you know.
Nope. I don't think he can. Don't get me wrong. He was NXT champion. I get that. But that was
He's proven us wrong though. He has gotten some shit gimmicks and really like pushed him. He would just be a good, I'm not saying champion, but a good, like if they actually pushed him, gave him some matches, you know what I'm saying? Like he'd be a good face contender, you know, like not these shades of gray characters like a CM Punk and all that kind of stuff, which you could consider him face, but Sami's like, he's like an Owen Hart, you know, like he's in that title picture. He's good enough, but he ain't no Brett. That's the thing, you know.
I know what I think Sami has the ability to be a world champion, but a justified one, no.
See, I think it, like you hit on earlier, I think it's storyline and trying to fit him in, because when he gets close to that kind of push,
Yeah.
they just throw him in a
I mean,
tag match because they need him,
let's are you going, and I hate to break it down to this aspect,
Mhm.
but are you going to make the money that Jey Uso is making you
No,
off of Sammy?
no.
Okay.
But they need another face in that, and they do. CM Punk, I mean, I get it. Those guys, but like I'm talking about like just the through face, like hell yeah.
A
But
true face?
I don't know how to describe it. Like just someone
You
everyone can get behind. And that's Jay right now. That is Jay.
it is Jay. It truly
Yeah.
is Jay.
Yeah. But
And
Sammy does have
again,
that gumption, you know. He has the
um,
power. Power to sell? No. Power to be that, like, as we know, good guy face,
yeah.
because we already view him as that, Seller,
Mhm.
you might be right. If he comes out with a good t-shirt, though, because all his t-shirts are super bland, all of them.
Yeah.
If he could come up with a good one, I could see it, because he's good with running with shit. The bloodline storyline, the conspiracy theorists, the Kevin Owens one like 3 times when they tagged up. He's good with running with shit. It's just I don't see him as a seller either. That's
Um, Joseph, I saw your comment. Pull up Joe's. The whole. I know you're talking about the card, but how is Liv gonna? Here's the thing. You are watching the end of the Judgment Day.
it's too slow.
Judgment Day has run its course.
It has. It just needs to go bye now.
Well, here's how I look at it. You built it to build stars.
Yep. And you
had, from the original conception of Judgment Day was Rhea and Finn.
Yep.
Boom. Massive stars.
Yep.
But they were already massive stars to begin with. And then you brought in Liv,
Dominic.
Dom, JD.
So can I make an argument with the already broke out stars that were in Judgment Day?
Okay.
I think Rhea, it helped project her more. Like, we knew she was good. She wasn't that main star, though, at that point. You know what I mean? I think she was the breakout of the group, And then you got Damian Priest. Fuck, yeah.
But see, here's the thing, though. Here's the moral thing about it. Finn was already acknowledged. He was already sanctioned. He was already certified,
World heavyweight champion once, yeah.
The Priest and Rhea were the up-and-comers, and they had made some waves and whatever have you.
Mm-hmm.
But you look at them now, they don't need nothing.
No, they don't need a faction. They don't need a group. They don't need Judgment Day.
Still think Dom needs Liv, I think.
Yeah.
Because he's not, JD, I think you could have JD learn a lot underneath Finn.
Have him break off into a tag.
Yeah, I think Carlito, wherever Carlito goes, I don't think he's on a Legends deal. So whatever he's doing just for fun right now.
Yeah, he's just hanging out.
Raquel, and here's my thing with not Raquel, but Roxanne Perez. She is one of those who got called up and they fucking filled her head down there in NXT because she had Booker T's blessing and all this shit. I'm sorry. Good, she looked like shit the other night in the ring.
And I'm going to put it up there. Because I don't disagree with you. Motherfucker, why does it take so long?
I don't know.
That was my Blue K moment of the week.
I'll go through into that.
Because she is a good wrestler, but that was shit. I was kind of surprised, especially, was that her main roster debut?
No, it wasn't. She's had a couple matches.
Well, that one's the most memorable because it was the most shit.
I mean, while we're talking about that, let's I think they're gonna push her till they can't push her anymore. I don't think she's gonna win the Money in the Bank.
No.
Because who's already qualified for Money in the Bank? You got Roxanne, you got Mommy, and you got Alexa Bliss right now.
Yep.
Okay. You're gonna have it to where you're gonna feud with Mommy, just the hair. And they're gonna look to find someone to place her. Because I don't think the chick that came up with Perez is gonna be around a lot. She doesn't look that good.
Do you think we can see Asuka come back for this though? Because she has been a Money in the Bank winner, and they like to put veterans in there.
I think Asuka's still on the back burner with everything she's got going on.
I just miss her. I miss.
Oh yeah,
Asuka.
absolutely. Everybody does.
God.
I mean, if you watched, you saw, Zoe Stark blow her knee out.
I felt bad for her. Poor girl.
That's the second time she's done that to her knee. That knee's already been surgically repaired. She's done.
Yeah, no, she's done. But the sad thing is, 3 to 4 months ago, we were singing her praises about getting better. That's the thing. And that's just kind of a sad.
And this just goes to show you.
Better.
And you want to know, after I watched, she tweaked it early on in the match.
I saw that.
It was real quick.
It. Yeah.
She kind of tweaked it a little bit, and then when she came down, her heel hit her ass. And that's not supposed to go. And again, you knew
poor girl.
It was bad because of how fast the medic,
And then it got her the fuck out of there, immediately.
Oh yeah, it was
almost unnoticeable. No, I didn't realize she was gone.
Me and Cowboy Jake and Tori were sitting there at Industry Tap House, which again, every Monday night, Industry Tap House, Joliet, Illinois, Monday Night Raw watch party, 21 and older, back private room, no cover, must be 21 and older, every Monday, 7 p.m., Industry Tap House. And yes, we will be there this upcoming Monday, even though it's Memorial Day. Have a cold beer and remember everybody you love. But no, the way they came off that rope or how she landed, that's an ACL, probably a meniscus. It's not good.
I tell you, I thought I tore my ACL the other day.
Huh?
And I'm just bringing this up because it fucking hurts to almost break your ACL. Jesus Christ. I was with a power jack and it ran over my leg, and it pushed me back on the truck. Well, my fucking knee extended, right? I felt my ACL for 3 days. I thought I broke it. That's how bad it hurt.
If you as somebody who's torn, there was a small tear in his ACL. I have a small tear in my PCL and LCL. My whole right knee is screwed up. It is not you can have surgery on it, but there's you get in your mind that you want to go back to how you were able to do things and you can't.
Like Triple H when he tore his ACL.
Oh, absolutely.
He's
in a prime example, it's not wrestling, but you look at Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose is a Hall of Fame basketball player. The way he would move before he tore his ACL was phenomenal. You see him trying to do it when he came back, he couldn't.
They were comparing that man to Michael Jordan before he did that.
Yeah, maybe
they were comparing. I didn't say he's as good. Michael Jordan's a fucking phenom of basketball.
Michael Jordan's the GOAT.
They were comparing him.
But again, you have a star that's out of the picture right now. So could they do something with Perez to kind of make her shine a little bit? Oh, absolutely.
They gotta have something.
But I haven't seen anything that makes her stand out in my mind.
You know who I could see them putting in and actually have winning because they're kind of pushing her to the moon, and I think mildly rightfully so, is Lila or Valkyria, because they sometimes like to throw those Intercontinental Champions and United
You're not going to make a double champ. You're not going to make a double champ.
But they do like to throw them in there. They do.
The problem is the way they did it to have her cost Becky her slot. You're going to get that title match now.
Yeah.
They
just push her to the moon, though.
I think they're pushing her with Becky to see if she can actually handle it, because she's still new.
She's not doing bad, though.
No, she's not bad.
Yeah. Surprisingly,
but again, you're gonna see how long she can carry this feud with somebody of Becky's caliber, and see, okay, if she can hold it this long, let's, you look at it, it's kind of like
the veteran teaching the student.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like you see, Jacob Fatu right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know his background. You know he's good, but he was there for a good long while, singles match, tag team matches, and that. And then you put the title on him because then in the back of your mind, okay, this guy's going to deliver. Not only is he able to do shit in the ring, but he's a crowd favorite. They need to see that with Valkyria, and she's doing it.
She is.
I think the problem is with those women's division, you need to push them more on TV. You need to have them defend the titles more. You can't just say, hey, every 2 months we're going to give you something to do with that title.
What's the point of having What's the point of having him?
Exactly.
I want to see him defend it.
That was my biggest argument. My biggest argument when they announced the new titles for the women.
Mm-hmm. And you've seen it with tags. Those are irrelevant damn near.
Oh, yeah, the women tag team. Who's the champions right now?
I think Liv and...
Liv and Raquel. Liv and Raquel.
Yeah.
But see, the problem is you as a wrestling fan and a champion who should be able to spot out who the champions are right now.
No,
when you
agreed.
Can't do that, it's something's wrong. It is irrelevant.
Who's the United States Women's Champion? I know Chelsea Green had
it. Vega.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I like Vega. I would like to see Chelsea Green in that fucking ladder match.
No, I can't see it. I think Chelsea needs to kind of just... No, she's had her time to shine. And again, I think the TLC, the Money in the Bank match should be for upcoming stars. Have a vet or two in there. Have a vet in there or two.
Like they usually do, yeah.
You have Bliss and Rhea. Those are your vets. Well, Roxanne's not a vet, though.
Sorry. No, I didn't. Sorry.
So you have two women in there that are reliable. You know this. And then you got one green grass, one that's greener than the back half of a leprechaun's ball sack in the green fields of Ireland. It's just that fucking green.
Yeah.
I said it. I know you're happy. But I like what they're doing. And even if you want to break it down to like each show right now, you got Rusev back. They're pushing him with the feed me matches. You have your tag team division on Raw is firing on all cylinders because you got the War Raiders versus the New Day versus Alpha Academy on Monday. You have great things going on with the Lucha division with, Penta and El Grande Americano. You have it to where that's going great. You're firing on all cylinders, and even on SmackDown, you're waiting for the Wyatt Six to come back. You got that in your back pocket. You got Karrion Kross, who is just Jamie Randolph, my friend. Good to see you, buddy.
It's grown on me.
Okay, it's becoming a weekly spot. We talk about the Karrion Kross thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. If you don't understand why, like, Zero and myself are like force feeding this to you, it's because the dude has it. You go back to when he was Killer Kross in NXT wrestling Joe. You know what what the man is capable of.
The problem with Karrion Kross before in NXT, which was his biggest complaint, and he's doing way better about it now, is that he wasn't great on the stick. He was kind of boring, like he had his thing, but it wasn't like.
I don't think it was the fact he wasn't good on the stick or the mic. I think it was, again, bad booking and bad green. Like, I'm sorry. You look at him now to what he's capable of doing on the mic. That doesn't just come to you in 3-4 years. You look at Roman. Everybody said the worst part what Roman had was on the mic skills. And even when he was in FCW to NXT, even before he became the tribal chief, he could not cut a decent promo.
Suffering succotash, son.
And he still can't, which is why they gave him Heyman. But you look at Karrion Kross, he's able to word and vocalize things to get your attention.
Mm-hmm.
Now, again, is it fucking dope that people were asking? And I don't know if I shared the video, but there was a video with him that fans were coming up to him at live events, asking him, where can we get your shirt? And he goes, oh, you have to order it online. And people were getting upset. And I agree with Karrion. I agree with Kross on how he vocalized it. Yeah. You know, as a music fan, you want to go and you want to see your favorite band play. You want their shirt. You go to a wrestling event and you see your favorite wrestler. There's something about getting it and wearing, you know what I mean? So he went to management.
Mm-hmm.
And they started selling it.
You know, the thing is, it's like, you know, and it might be oversaturation, but I think they should sell every wrestler's shirt on the roster to an extent.
You can't.
I know it's too much, but you're just selling stuff like
America at WrestleMania Alpha, or like the big events, like the pay-per-views. Absolutely, you can.
Yeah,
they have the superstore.
Yeah,
but again, you have all of these town shirts, like Chicago 316 or I was there style shirts, or you have the hometown person shirts. You can only do so much. But the fact that now, but see, at Raw, when I went to SmackDown, there was a section for just CM Punk. There was another section, and then they had a couple other sections with a conglomerate of shirts. It wasn't a big selection. Mm-hmm. But again, the fact that the people are clamoring for this man, and they're seeing it in the back office, and the guy in the fucking suit seeing it, I hope. And again, one of the biggest things I respect about him, all the promos he puts out on like Instagram and social media, that's all him.
He's getting himself over.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So, you know, and I know Mr. Joseph Explosive hates when I go on my rant about Karrion Kross, but I'm telling you right now, give it a couple more months and you're gonna see it. It's a good one.
I can see him going after Intercontinental or US.
I want to see him win the Money in the Bank.
That could be, you know, I could be with that. I think they need to let it marinate a little longer with him before he would cash in, though. But that's what they do with Money in the Bank.
Jamie, I think you have to send in an application. How can I get a graphic design job with WWE and design their shirt? Listen, you start designing me shirts, we'll start wearing them for you. Get your company out there if you have a design company. And again, that goes for anybody that listens. If you want to promote your brand on our brand, we want to see everybody succeed.
You know
we will promote you guys for promoting us. It's a monkey see, monkey do type of thing.
Let's talk about a company that we have recently started to promote, and they're from my neck of the woods. Montana Championship Wrestling.
Yes.
I know they've been listening, so thank you, boys, for checking us out. They've been sharing our posts.
Very cool.
They're a new company in Montana. We don't have wrestling companies in Montana. Okay. It literally blew my shit when I found out this was happening. They got t-shirts on sale. Check out their roster. Show them some love. Tell them we sent you. Because we want to help them while they help us. They share our stuff. Yeah. They're awesome. I got some interviews hopefully lined up in the pipeline, you know. I love it because we got Rocket Pro, we got Montana Championship Wrestling. Like
it's and it's cool because yet again, you're just simply seeing how big wrestling universe really is, and truly how it comes together.
Mm-hmm.
I've talked to a couple of people from Montana Championship Wrestling. They're really cool, laid-back people.
Nice.
Unfortunately, they don't have shirts in my size yet, but we're working on things with them. But, yes, Montana Championship Wrestling. I tag them, I post them a lot. Tommy will actually, once we upload this one, he'll make a post with their link in it. If you're a Chatterhead, go like Montana Championship Wrestling. You help us out, helping them out. That's what we're gonna
Yeah.
do.
And they're literally on the ground floor right now. They just had their first event. I think they're having one in July. I'll post it. But like their second event ever. Get on the ground floor, guys, because I think they're going to take off.
You know, and again, it's cool to see because you don't have anything like that out there for you. And, you know, again, take your pictures. We all know Tommy Guns does a lot with the videos. He does a lot of editing and makes some memes. He can do stuff like that. So, again, support Tommy. Support Montana Championship Wrestling. It looked like a cool event from what I saw in the photos. It truly did look like a fun event.
Yeah, no, they look like they're having fun. I've seen some videos and stuff. It seemed like a good first show, just getting the foundation. They had a pretty decent turnout too for a first time.
You know, it's a hard thing. I don't think people truly understand that how hard it is to do your first show, to get the jitters out, but you know, hopefully bigger things for Montana Championship Wrestling.
Yeah, no, we love you guys. Thank you for the support recently. Yep. You know, like. Appreciate you.
Again, Rocket Pro Wrestling. Rocket Pro is on their break for the year. They will be back in the fall. We will post those dates on here for you guys as well. But again, there's still so many independent companies still wrestling, doing shows. So we're actually going to start making a spreadsheet, if you will, of every month and what company has what going on.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be a little harder with us going out to Montana Championship Wrestling. But again, for all the Chatterheads in the Montana area, we're going to make a spreadsheet for you so you know what's going on as well, as long as... Ooh, grape soda burp. Yucky.
I thought you had the acid reflux.
Yeah, that's what that was. Oh, man, getting old sucks.
Dude, fucking A.
Dude, listen, it sucks.
I'm 35 almost next month.
Damn, you're old.
Yeah, let that one marinate. Fuck me.
When are you coming back into town?
June 10th.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be a short trip. I'm just going for the show, but I'll see you guys, obviously. We'll go out and stuff. Yeah. But it's just for a concert.
Yeah. Yeah, because I have work or whatever, but one of those nights we'll meet up, you know.
Yeah.
It's not like I've never gone out on a work night.
Yeah.
Already 35.
Already? Yeah.
All right. Well, this week it's kind of a weird week because you don't really have much going on in wrestling, but
you got a lot before we go up, though.
Yeah. What if you could pick for one thing to happen this Saturday at main event, what would it be?
It'd be R-Truth winning the champion easily, but
okay, no, but I don't think the title's up for grabs though.
I think it is.
I don't check. I don't.
Chap GP hasn't failed me yet. It's a pivotal match. John Cena faces R-Truth testing Cena's new hero persona since R-Truth turning heel. Cena's blah 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 blah. It doesn't say undisputed WWE champion match.
Is it for the title then?
Yep.
Oh, good Lord.
You know what? Put it in context because we know Cena's going to win. My biggest want out of that is to be a funny as hell, good time match. You know, I almost want to see Cena break character because of Truth. You know,
that's what I'm waiting on. I'm truly waiting to see how long it takes for R-Truth and how hard R-Truth has to work to break character.
It's going to be a good time. I don't think it's going to be a squash per se. You're going to have a lot of near calls from Truth and all that stuff. Cena's walking out, you know.
I like Jamie Logan Paul to fall on his head and cause an injury is what I want.
I never want injuries on people. And I'm not saying I don't want it to happen either.
Okay, listen. I'm not saying I want him to hurt himself. But if he does, I hope it's not life-threatening. I mean,
Maybe
that's what
career
we're
ending.
gonna. I wouldn't say career ending because you want to know what? He is entertaining to watch. I just hate him.
He's a damn good wrestler. Let's not split hairs here. He's damn good at it. Yeah.
Again, I think it's
You're
going to
an
be a
idiot
good
if you say he's bad.
You know,
Seriously.
Karrion Kross has made the comment that just wait till Saturday. There's a surprise. You may like it, you may not. I don't know. Again, that's why I like Saturday night's main event because you kind of get a little bit of both worlds. I think Priest is going to win. I think Cena's going to win. I think CM Punk and Zayn will win. And then I think Jay's going to win by disqualification.
I do too. I really think Rusev's going to. Fuck. We keep doing that. I really think Gunther.
What is this we? You can't get your shit together.
You've said Rusev a couple times.
To disregard what you said. Because he's on the feeding man. He's on no. Listen. You're the one that fucked it up. Don't blame me, Captain Fuck Up Pants.
Gunther and Rusev form a tag team. And this said tag team gets set. Real quick question before we go too. I want your opinion on this. We were talking about the draft earlier, and there has been talks that they want to put Penta and Phoenix together. You got Phoenix on SmackDown. You got Penta on Raw.
I think Penta would go to SmackDown.
You think? That's what I keep. I think.
I mean, the only reason is this: if you really break it down, you have a lot of the high flying tag teams on SmackDown. Mm-hmm. So you have Street Profits, you have DIY, you have the Motor City Machine Guns. At one point, you're going to get Tama Tonga and what's his face back?
Yeah.
Tamagolo, yeah. So I think that would be a better fit for them because you have the high flying tag teams on SmackDown. Mm-hmm. And then, you have the powerhouses on Raw. You have the War Raiders. You have American Made. You have, you can build a tag team match with
Sami Zayn's and Raw.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think it would be a better fit, and then you could bring more people back over to Raw. But again, Penta came in first. Penta made a name for himself first. Now Phoenix is having to play catch up. I don't think Penta's going to get lost in not Penta, but I don't think Phoenix is going to get lost in the shuffle like a lot of that happens. Mm-hmm. But I do think they would fit better with the tag teams they have on SmackDown.
Yeah. And I think
that would
Phoenix
be my
is going to flounder until then. Like, I don't know. They want to push him, but
I mean, he needs to be pushed. I mean, he's extremely talented.
Well, and the Lucha Brothers are just over outside. It's like the Motor City Machine Guns. They could have just stepped in together and got a title shot right away.
Absolutely.
So I can see why. Like, I don't want them to make him flounder. Like, they'll have wins and stuff like that, but I think the ultimate push is when they're going to be together. Yeah,
I think, and again, Penta has a little bit bigger of a frame, so he's a little bit more believable. Phoenix isn't, and I'm not trying to downsize it or whatever, but that's kind of how it goes. And I'm sorry, you have a lot more. I truly believe more people are watching Raw than SmackDown.
I think it's a easier thing for people now, though, plays into that. Like, I think it's more popular, but everyone has Netflix. Not everyone has cable TV anymore.
Yeah.
Supposedly SmackDown's going to go to Netflix, though. Did you hear about that?
I did. I think they're giving Netflix Raw a test run, which I think is going phenomenal.
Yeah.
I think it'd be smart if they went to Netflix and then, I'm not saying they would, but if you move NXT to USA,
You'd have a good,
because
strong competition against
because
AEW then.
USA is growing,
Mm-hmm.
or NXT brand is essentially growing.
And they seem more like a cable show.
Yeah,
know?
I mean NXT is on the CW right now, but not everybody has a CW.
No,
I mean,
one has
then you got
cable.
yeah, it's kind of it's a weird thing.
Yeah, I don't know. None of my friends have cable TV.
Yes, Jamie. Jay Uso versus Logan Paul on Saturday night.
Yep.
I do like Joseph Explosive. Finally, Priest. He wants Priest to finally get his win. I think that'll be a good one.
Yeah.
We touched on that.
And like Saturday Night Main Event's kind of like a glorified house show, so it's more feel-good moments.
You might see some surprises that you don't know.
Oh, we did on the last Saturday Night Main Event, and I thought that wasn't going to happen. So I definitely I'm leaving the door open for surprises on this one.
So you're saying you're ready for a Royal, ready to Rumble moment?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I am. I want the King to come out and specifically lose too, just so we can get ready to Rumble too.
Oh my god.
I would kill. They're never going to make a sequel to that, but
I don't think they need to.
I don't either, but God, that movie is so good if you're a wrestling fan. So
it is. It's extremely underrated. It's underrated.
It is. But
if you've never seen Ready to Rumble and you have no idea what me and Tommy Guns are talking about, go watch it. Go watch Ready to Rumble. It's a great movie.
Do yourself a favor. Like literally do yourself a favor. Yeah, if you're a fan of like teen comedies like Euro Trip, American Pie, all those kind of ones, just put in wrestling and you fuck it. It's
that's
phenomenal.
Literally what it is. The Mountie was one of the. Oh my god. All righty.
All right. Do you want to go first with your exit outro, or do you want me to?
Again, we got big things coming up. Every Monday, we are at Industry Tap House in Joliet, Illinois, 7 p.m. sharp. Come out, watch wrestling with us, have a couple cocktails, enjoy the ambiance of wrestling nerddom. We will not be at Industry Tap House this Saturday for the main event. Like we said, we were only going to do the big events, and I know it's a holiday weekend, so we will not be there this weekend, but we will be there for the next PLE. Zero was not with us tonight because he had birthday plans with somebody. I also want to wish a happy 10th birthday to my nephew Paulie Bag of Donuts. He comes out of here from time to time. He's my guy.
The Hooters?
No, he's doing stuff. No, but he turns 10 today, so I want to give a shout out to that ham hock of a little dude.
You can tell him I said happy birthday too.
I absolutely will. Other than that, again, thank you for all the comments. Thanks for everybody jumping on and chatting with us. Again, Tommy's going to post it, but go like Montana Championship Wrestling. Go watch their videos. It's actually pretty dope. Mr. Gunns, take it away, sir.
Well, like I always say, thanks for taking a few moments out of your day to listen to us. I hope you have a good day, a good month, a good year, all that good jazz. Don't go out there yucking anybody's yum. But I want to emphasize too, we did that positive impact drive and we're really supportive of our local animal shelters and all that kind of stuff. I just adopted a new kitten today.
Oh my God.
Her name is Ripley. Sorry. And I just want to emphasize, she was an older cat. She got adopted. Now she has love and all that kind of stuff. So think about adopting before you, go and buy something.
Do you have the kitty? Are we going to see the kitty?
Hiding in a hissy bitch right now. I was definitely going to grab her, but she's still new to the air. She loves me, but she's
might as well just try to grab her. Grab her, bring her on, get it.
Oh, fuck no, hold on. Maybe I can do something here.
Get the kitty. I don't see shit. You're going to have to grab her and show the people. The people want to see the kitty.
Did you see that grumpy bitch?
The people want to see the kitty. Pull the kitty out of
the camera.
I didn't see shit. You better get the kitty. You better pull the kitty out.
That thing will scratch me. I promise.
No, just try. Just try. Just try.
All right, hold on. Come here, you bitch.
Don't talk to mommy kitty that way.
Yeah, nope, that ain't gonna work.
I heard that. I heard that meow. I heard that.
You just patted at my eyes.
Oh.
She'll learn to love.
Is it like,
What's
how
that?
old is the cat?
4 years old.
Why didn't you just get a baby kitty?
Because they kept selling out, and this one has been like there for almost half a year. So,
okay.
Yeah, I just kind of felt bad for her. She's a sweet girl. She's just getting used to her environment right now. Yeah.
Apparently not. She's trying to blind you.
Yeah, no shit. Where the hell did you come from? I gave you treats. Anyways. But like I said, think about adopting before you buy. And you know what? Ponyboy's trying to see some pussy. We all are.
Yeah, what if you hear Rhea and Mommy and Pussy, you kind of go one-sided at that point in time.
Her name is actually Ripley.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's a wrap.
Yeah.
Sometimes I like my men in sweaty, greasy cages touching all over each other. It's kind of like a BDSM thing in a weird way, Why aren't you playing the outro? Why?